Hey guys, it's me. It's Monday night and I came upstairs where I'm staying. Obviously, I'm in a different place as you can see behind me. To create a post for you guys tomorrow because I've been thinking about you all day and I know that today, Monday, I didn't get a post up for you guys. My computer was packed and we actually came from Reading down to Bakersfield yesterday. We got up about 5:45. We left at 7:30, didn't get into town till about 4 and had to go unpack the U-Haul and get the stuff that we were bringing to Logan's parents' house here, and then the rest of the stuff into the storage unit. And then we had to eat dinner, and then we just essentially came home and collapsed. And so my computer was still packed in a box. And as you can imagine, it's just madness. We just made the 450-mile move and moved in with my in-laws, which, as you can imagine, comes with its whole other set of challenges. I will say, however, that living with in-laws in my case is like best case scenario when it comes to in-laws. They're fantastic and gracious and giving and patient and so best case scenario for sure. Stop. We have our neurotic dog and our nephew is here, and Remy doesn't like kids, so I think I just heard Logan come in the bedroom. There's a lot going on, right? Like, this is part of what is going to be challenging in this new environment that we're going to be in for a month or two as we're looking for a new place and saving money and all that stuff. But all I can really do is go with the flow, which is what I wanted Tuesday's topic to be about, because the way in which I can do you guys the best service is to just be a challenger myself and share with you guys my experiences and my struggles and my solutions that I found, in addition, of course, to trying to keep it fun and informational and all the other things. So, because I'm going through this really crazy sort of transition in my life in all kinds of different ways, I wanted to kind of talk about that because I get feelings from the group, and I know that there are a lot of you who are feeling transitional, maybe in your fitness program, maybe in your life, maybe in your job, whatever the case may be. We all go through periods of transition or uncertainty. We all go through periods where we might feel overwhelmed. We all go through periods where we're doing fantastic, and then periods where we're really struggling with motivation. You know how I feel about that. If you don't, you'll learn. And so I just want to relate to you guys and say, look, I get it. Like, I'm in a period of struggle and transition. And the message being that, yes, on one hand, we have to be real with ourselves. So this is something that I've learned over the years through multiple periods of transition where I have Remy here. I'm not like petting the bed or whatever. We all go through periods of transition. I don't want you guys to think necessarily that I expect myself or anyone else to be some sort of a machine through those transient struggles in our lives. It's not about that. So on one hand, I personally have had to learn which of my excuses in periods of transition and struggle are bullshit, which ones of my excuses are stories that I'm telling myself in my head and then are therefore becoming my reality. Sorry, screaming kids. I thought Logan just tried to come in. Anyways, which of my excuses are stories that I'm telling myself, and which ones are valid and should be heeded and accepted and, continue to progress through. So there are stories that I used to tell myself all the time, like in periods of transition, I couldn't eat healthy, or in periods of transition, I couldn't get my workout done, or in periods of struggle or transition, I should just allow myself to go back to, you can come in here. If you're going to do it, do it. What's up? They're right here.
Continue on.
Okay. So, the stories that I used to tell myself are that in periods of transition, like I had all these excuses, like I'm going to eat whatever I want. And I would literally go back to like eating a bunch of pizza, top ramen, macaroni and cheese, that kind of stuff. And I would have this complete backslide where I lost all my progress. I gained my 30 pounds back. I've done this so many times, you guys. Like, I'd gain my weight back. I'd feel like crap about myself, and I'd feel like I had to start over. And it was this monumental, almost insurmountable thing that ended up keeping me down for longer. So how do we prevent transitional phases or periods of struggle from dragging us back down into the muck that we have fought our way so diligently and so with so much heart and work? How do we prevent ourselves from completely backsliding? Number one, you have to accept that you're in a period of transition and struggle. Accept it. It's okay. It's life. Like, it's not supposed to be easy, contrary to what your TV commercials and shit have told you. It's life. It happens. So accept that it's happening first and foremost. If you acknowledge it, just like anything else, you can start to become solution-oriented instead of problem-oriented. So, yeah, I probably haven't had food in my kitchen for a week. I have been eating on the fly for a week. Have I eaten macaroni and cheese? Nope. Have I eaten top ramen? Nope. Have I bought in frozen meals? Nope. Have I eaten all salads and all the healthy food that I normally would? No. Right? I have to be realistic about where I'm at while preventing myself from telling myself stories that are self-fulfilling and that are satisfying my old bad habits, right? Because what I used to do was say, I'm sick, I need my comfort food. So I'd eat top ramen and mac and cheese and pizza and Sprite. I would tell myself, I'm busy. If I just eat this meal of XYZ, it's not going to matter. And while one meal doesn't, a collective, set of them do. So like, yeah, I've been eating on the go, but what I've learned is that I'm not a victim just because I'm sort of put out of my house and home right now. I'm not a victim because I haven't been able to grocery shop for myself as we've been on the road and living in a hotel or in a kitchen that had no food in it, or coming to this new house that we got at last night and we haven't been able to go grocery shopping. We really don't know how this food situation is going to work because, like I mentioned before, we eat entirely differently than our in-laws. And so, on one hand, we're vegetarian. Logan's vegan. So his family is 100% not, like not even close. So how do we navigate that? How do we share room in a fridge or a pantry when the fridge and pantry is already full, right? Instead of looking at it like, oh, well, I can't, and allowing myself that excuse that allows me to indulge in the things that I know aren't good for me but make me feel good for about 5 minutes and then like shit for another 5 hours. Like, how do I prevent myself from doing that? It's by one, accepting the period of transition so that I can start to find solutions. So we've talked about, like, okay, we obviously are going to have our Shakeology every day. We're going to have to go to the grocery store every 1 to 2 days because we can only buy small portions. We can't buy in bulk like we used to. When I go down to San Francisco, I'm not going to be able to do the same grade of meal prep that I used to do for like 5 days of meals and snacks and road snacks and all the things, right? Like, I've found a healthy, organic, vegetarian meal delivery service. I'm going to pay a little bit more for it in the 1 to 2 months that we're staying here and I can't do my normal meal prep. But I'll tell you that a little bit of extra money is going to give me back so much more. We have to allow ourselves to accept the problem so that we can start to find solutions. And for me right now, I haven't started my workouts back up. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to work out and on what time and how it's all going to work, right? And all I can do is roll with it and make the best decisions and keep my goals in mind. So that's number 3, right? Accept the periods of transition, accept the struggle, start becoming solution-oriented instead of problem-oriented, and then start to I lost my train of thought. Accept the transition, start to become solution oriented. I don't even remember, but just knowing that you will get through it and that your past experiences have sort of primed you for this. And the longer you do it, the better you get. So like 3 years ago, I might have fallen completely off track in the situation. Today, I have a lot more experience. I've proven my bullshit to be bullshit enough times that I can call myself on it before it happens, or I can recognize self-destructive behaviors before they become a backslide. So again, while I haven't started all my nutrition plan again yet, while I have not done my workouts in like a week or two, I still have my goals. Oh, that's what it was. That was number 3. Knowing your goals and staying connected to them. I still have my goals in sight. So while I know this temporary transition will sort of work itself out in just a little bit more time, and I have to be patient with that, I also have to keep my goals in mind to make sure that I'm not backsliding and giving into excuses that serve my emotional side, my immediate emotional side, right? Because our immediate self-gratification emotional side is saying, eat all the things, drink all the things, skip the workout, sleep a little extra, and so on and so forth. But the long-term emotional side is saying, feel good about yourself, fit into your clothing, don't cry when you're trying things on, or feel like shit when you're going on a date night, or not want to take your clothes off in front of your significant other, or all those things. Like, that's the long-term emotional game. And I've been there before, and so my goal is always in sight, that I don't want to be that person again. I don't want my relationship to suffer again. I don't want my level of energy to suffer again. I don't want to feel hopeless or unmotivated to even, we went to the dog park today. That's something that I wouldn't do with my family 4 years ago, because I would say, no, you go, I'm going to stay on the couch and watch more TV and eat more candy, right? So like, I have my long-term emotional goals that I can put before my short-term immediate gratification emotional side. And so if you can accept that you're in a period of transition, become solution oriented, and keep those goals close to the chest. I have my goal, my vision board. It's the background on my phone. All of my shit is in boxes, but that background on my computer screen and that background on my phone is my vision board. I have to keep them in sight to keep myself from becoming an emotionally food dependent person, because in the end, this isn't about what I hate about myself. It's about what I love about myself, and continuing in that cycle. If we're going to become self-fulfilling prophecies, let us become self-fulfilling prophecies in terms of self-love and taking care of ourselves and caring, if we show up, our very best for our families. My family, albeit 1 man and 2 dogs, deserves the very best side of me. So I can't become this self-gratification, easy out, looking for every excuse person. I have to keep my goals in mind and just keep taking where I'm at and what I have, and not focusing on what I can't do. Like, I haven't been able to do my workouts. I don't know where I'm going to work out or what I'm going to work out yet. We just got here last night. I'm figuring it out. I'm exhausted from lifting boxes up and down stairs and into storage units and out of U-Hauls and all over the place, right? So like, I'm giving myself grace on that. All beating myself up is going to do is create that self-fulfilling prophecy, because I'm going to feel like shit, and therefore I'm going to do things that fulfill that immediate gratification emotional side. So please don't beat yourself up when you are in a period of transition. It will get you nowhere. Just know that this is part of the ebb and flow, and it's okay. Accept it. Start thinking of solutions, keep your goals in mind, and just keep taking that next step forward. I may not have been able to do my workout for the last 2 weeks, but you know what? That's life. We were in a huge transition, a huge move. It doesn't mean that next week I'm not going to kill it again. I know I am. I've been there. I know I'm capable. It's a matter of finding the solutions to the immediate hurdles that I'm facing and starting to enact those solutions with clarity and being calm and not beating myself up and talking like shit to myself, because again, I'm doing this out of self-love, and I know that getting back to those workouts and that nutritional lifestyle make me love myself more. They make me feel better. They make me show up better. Okay? So I know that a lot of you are sort of in a similar boat in terms of feeling a little unmotivated, or maybe you're going through a transition, or I know people have been getting sick, we've got people injured. So I just wanted to give that message from my immediate experience with what I'm going through, and let you know that it's okay, and help you find an area of focus that you can say, I know it's okay, but I'm not going to sit back and let it happen to me. This is what I'm going to do to make sure that I can get back on track as soon as possible. Okay? So if you feel me, if you're in a period of transition or struggle, if you have tips about from your own past periods of transitional struggle, please comment in the below in the comments and share with us either what you're going through so we can help or we can at least understand each other. And or if you're rocking it, but you've been there, share your best tips with us. And I'm really sorry that I wasn't present on Monday. Mondays are those days that I really like to come out of the gate with some fire for you guys because I want to set the tone for your week ahead and make you feel empowered and capable. But again, I know that you guys give me grace, just like I ask you to give yourselves all the time, and that you know that I'm in the middle of a crazy move and that my life's all over the place. So I love you guys. Here's to a good Tuesday and beyond. And don't forget to comment below and look for your accountability post coming up this afternoon. Bye.